everybody, Cole here with Alliance Wake Test Drive, and today we're in Arizona at Lake Saguaro and we are checking out the Supreme ZS-252 for 2022. Let's jump in it. Now the ZS-252 is just a longer version of the already existing ZS-232, transcending all entry-level boats, giving you a off-the-line, high-end performance. Now the size of this is 25 feet and 2 inches. We've got a 70-gallon tank in this bad boy, and we also can have up to 17 people seated in this boat. Alongside the 17 people, we have 5,100 pounds of ballast. Now the ZS-252 we were in today came equipped with this PCM HO 6.0 liter, 450 horsepower, accompanied by that 450 foot-pounds of torque, giving you all the performance you need to get your boat up and out of the water, whether you're wakeboarding or wake surfing. To even go further on this, it was really awesome to notice the fuel efficiency that you got out of this engine. I was blown away between all the riding we were doing, cruising around, and we honestly barely used any gas today. Having a boat this size with that much power, it's unbelievable that you can get the fuel efficiency from it. Now let's move on from the engine and let's talk about the new designed easy V-hole that's underneath this boat, giving it a brand new wave and wake behind this bad boy. We jumped on the wakeboard, we filled up the ballast, we got everything dialed, and I will say that I had really had fun wakeboarding behind this boat. It had really good pop. It wasn't too big of a wake, but at the same time it had a nice lip to where you would get plenty of pop from this thing, even with the stock ballast. Of course, if you wanted to add in more ballast, it would only make that wake even better, but it was really nice how even the wake was, making it easy to get wake to wake. We talked about the easy V-hole, and that also helps that fuel efficiency, but we also have the new QuickSurf system that is specifically made for this new hull design, making it really easy to set up that surf wave. We also have the center stinger plate right down in the middle that's combined with the exhaust, making it a really quiet ride, but also helps with that fuel efficiency and just helps shape that wave to make it really easy to manipulate and get it exactly dialed like you like. Speaking of the surf wave and everything, I really did enjoy surfing this wave. I felt like with the stock 5,100 pounds of ballast, you got a decent wave out of it. I will say that personally, I probably would throw more weight in it to even make that wave bigger, but I think with this new hull design and the center surf system, you can really get a ginormous wave out of this Supreme ZS-252. So we're up here at the front of the boat on this beautiful ZS-252, and we're lounging in the lounge section. We do have a nice cushion right here in the middle. This is an option to come out. You can take this in and out to make it easier to get in and out of. But of course, if you're lounging, you're gonna want that there to make it more comfortable. We've got 2 8-inch wet sound speakers up here to give you a nice music setting. Also, we have storage underneath these seats here. So you can store stuff under here, but we also have extra ballast underneath here. So that's another option you can have with this boat, is to have more weight up in the nose to sink that boat to get you a better performing wave and wake. So we're sitting up at the helm at the ZS-252. And if you can see here, we've got a lot of things going on and it's very spacious. But let's jump over to the screen and see what this thing's got to offer. First, we obviously have the vitals, speed, depth, your tabs, all that stuff going on. But also, once we jump over to the surf side of things, you can get into your QuickSurf, which is the option that comes with the Supreme boats. So you can control your center tab, your surf tabs, your speed, all those sort of things going on. And then we can jump over to the ballast, and this is really cool. You can individually control each ballast. So there's 6 ballast bags in this boat, and you can individually control each one. If you fill all those up, you'll have a total weight of 5,100 pounds. Beyond that, obviously we have our navigation. So then we can go to music, and you can control all 14 of your wet sound speakers, giving you the optimal audio ability in this boat. And then at the end here, you have the ability to create your own profile, whether it be wake surf, wakeboarding, or maybe even just cruising. You can set it, it'll fill the ballast automatically, set the speed, and get you ready to go on the water. So that's pretty much the basics of the screen. It does everything you need, but obviously we have a couple more things going on over here. We have the switches. And typically some people only want screens on their boat, but I'm a big fan of the switches personally. You know when it's on, you know when it's off. You got your nav lights, you got your bilge, your blower, your heater, even got a seat heater on this boat, which is nice. And then obviously, you got the horn. Moving on, we have the steering wheel, very simple steering wheel, but also we have the Pro Trim tab up, tab down option right at your fingertips, which is really nice. Another feature in the helm is the captain's chair. We have a pretty comfortable ride going on here. You're gonna be spending a lot of time in this, so you want it to be. We have a bolster seat that you pop up and down to, raise the line of sight just in case you're sitting a little low. That way you can see everything you need to see while driving. The seat does turn in and out. It also moves forward and back. That way you can dial in your seat to make sure it's the most comfortable for you. Lastly, we have the phone charging station. Hold your phone there nicely, charges your phone while you're out on the water all day, so your phone's never gonna die. I really liked having that as an option. So that covers it for the helm on the ZS-252. It is an efficient helm and it's not gonna overwhelm you. And the nice thing is, the options that you get, you're typically not gonna get with a boat at this price point. Okay, moving over to the interior of the boat, we have gator step throughout the whole boat. We have it up on the gunnel, up on the floor, up on everywhere on this boat. You can match it to your boat to any color that you want. The cool thing is, you got nice sure footing, it's cool on your feet, but I think it looks really good and it really brings the boat together. Next, we have the cushions and the seating in the boat. I really like the color scheme and the way they've laid it out in the design. I will say that at times with the heat, it can get a little hot on your feet and on your bum, but it's nothing to be too concerned about. Inside this boat is really nice because we have a lot of storage. It's 25 foot, so we have plenty of room to store all your goodies and keep them out of the way so no one's tripping over them in the boat. Another cool feature is the observer seat. This thing, you can have it forward or you can have it all the way back. It gives you all those options, which I really do like. Now with any wake boat, you're gonna get a wake tower, and that's why we've got the Roswell tower on this Supreme. It does come with 4 wet sound 10-inch speakers on the top of that bad boy. We do have a Bimini on top of this, which is real easy to fold and open up with one person. It's really not complicated, so if you're in a pinch, it's gonna fold up real easily and quickly to get you on and off the water. Now the Bimini does come with 2 slots to where you can put wake surfers up there, which I really like to give you more room. You can free up some of the space on the board racks depending on a lot of people, but these board racks by Roswell are really nice. They're beefy, they're sturdy, and your board's gonna be secure on there. They're not like some of those other board racks where you clamp down and possibly put pressure dents on your board, and nobody's really gonna want that. It's real simple. You just pull it out, put it on your board, and you're good to go. Another thing about the tower is that it folds up and down, which is really nice when you're putting in storage, going underneath bridges, or getting into any tight situation. I will say on this Roswell tower, you do need an extra tool to be able to unlock it, to be able to fold it, but it's really not that big of a deal, and it's really nice and easy to pull it up and down with just one person. Moving over to the back section of this boat, we have 2 big storage lockers here. You can store your surfboards in there. Also, we have another section in the middle to where I like to put my jacket and stuff. It's right above the engine, so it's nice and hot. So if you have a wetsuit or anything that you want to dry out pretty quick, you can throw it under there and it's going to heat that puppy up. We also have 2 compartments back here that have drain holes in them. So, personally, I probably would use them as a cooler, but you could also use them to put wet board shorts, wetsuits, anything like that you wanted to just get out of the way, but it's wet, the water will run out, you don't have to worry about it, and it's a nice place to store it. Now we're at the back of the boat on the swim platform, and this thing is completely covered in gator step, making it really easy to step on, and you're not gonna slip off, but also it protects that platform, so when you're putting on your wakeboard or anything like that, you're not gonna be scuffing up your boat. Now in this boat, we have 14 wet sound speakers, 8 within the interior, 4 on the tower, and 12-inch subwoofers, and yes, we have 2 of those, giving you a banging sound system. The Supreme ZS-252 is a great entry-level boat. I think it's a perfect boat for someone who just wants to get started in the wakeboard or wake surf scene, and it's not something that is made for just a wakeboarder or just a wake surfer. It can accommodate to both sides. The ZS-252 is a boat with all the features you need without overpaying for the ones you don't. I really highly suggest you guys find a dealer and get out on the water and test drive one of these yourself. If you guys like that walkthrough of the ZS-252, go ahead and smash that like button. But I want you guys to subscribe so you don't miss out on any test drives coming out in the future. I'm Cole, and we'll see you on the next one.